Welcome back to Science, my first grade biologist. If you recall, biologists are scientists that study living things or living organisms. So last week we learned what is a living thing versus what is a non-living thing. And that's what our focus was. Is it living or non-living? And we also learned what are some questions we ask in order to know if it is a living thing. Does it grow? Does it reproduce? Does it move? Does it need air? Does it need nutrients? But this week we are focused on what do living things need to survive? Okay, so I'm going to ask some questions. So our focus is, what does a living thing need to survive? And I'm going to ask you some questions. And you as a class or at home are going to decide, yes, it needs it to survive, or no, it doesn't need to survive. So let's think of plants or animals. Do plants and animals or humans need Legos to survive? Hopefully you answered no. Living things do not need Legos to survive. Do living things need air to survive? If you answered yes, absolutely. We all need air to survive. Every living thing does. Does a living thing need Minecraft? Hopefully you answered no, even though Minecraft is really fun. Don't need it to survive. What about a football? Do living things need a football to survive? Okay. What about food? Do living things need food? Even if it's a plant, do living things need food? Absolutely. Even though plants don't eat fruits and vegetables and meat like we do, they get their food and nutrients from the soil. Do living things need water? Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, the human can actually live longer with no food than no water. Water is more important actually than food. So living things and even plants, they don't have water bottles drinking, or a bear drinking a water bottle. They get their water from other sources like precipitation, if you remember that's rain. All right. Do living things need iPads with a whole lot of games to survive? No, don't need that. So here's a hard question. I really want you to think about it. Do living things, think of bear, bees, plants, bushes, human. Do we or living things need shelter to survive? Take a moment, pause this video to see and talk about, do living things need shelter to survive? Hopefully you've talked about it. The answer is absolutely yes. Living things need shelter to survive. Think about a bear in its cave, or a bee in its hive, or a bird in its nest. Even us as humans, we have our own shelter with the homes. Plants need shelter from like rain or hail or snow. And so all living things do need shelter. So what we learned today was living things need 4 basic things. They need air, food, water, shelter. Those are the 4 things that living things need to survive. There is no assignment on Seesaw today. You will watch a video that goes over what I just said. And then the next lesson in 2 days, you will actually do a Seesaw activity, moving and sorting what living things need. Thanks, guys.